Hello people, this is Red Venom 10 and today I'm going to be doing a video dedicated to one of the questions that someone asked me, toxic gameplay, and doing a video for helping people to awaken their third eye. I can do videos on that and I will do a video on that. Also, but you should be warned too that even though doing videos like that, not everybody's ability with their third eye is going to be the same as the next person. I know we get caught up in the aspect of just basically telling people that we're saying that anybody can do these abilities or anything like that. Well, if anybody can do them, just saying, not saying that this is like basically me being big-headed or anything like that, but if anybody can do them, then everybody will be doing them. Everybody has a certain kind of destiny and everybody has a certain purpose in doing these things. Now, the way I work is I help people align their talent towards a true destiny, a true calling, not just basically doing it. So if I'm going to be helping you and doing videos on awakening your third eye, it's going to be basically helping people understand there's a bigger purpose in these talents and these abilities. They're not just there just to showcase or anything like that. Though I use mine to entertain, but I also do on the outside help people and I do train it as well. So with that being said, back to the basic concept of what I was saying. Not everybody's third eye is going to awaken or have the same talent. Some people may be more stronger in seeing auras, whereas in other people may be more talented in just seeing spirits, whereas in other people may be more talented as in seeing the future, whereas in more people may be talented as in basically just being able to just see energy in general. They're not sure what it is, but they see something and it's just in swirls. Okay, well, I'm going to help you understand all these different areas because all of them are different manifestations of the third eye. Some people are born with them open, some people are born with them happen to be catered open, but we're all born with them somewhat open depending on the things that we've experienced in our life. It actually helps it open up to a higher level. So one of the steps that you would take as in building your third eye is basically you want to get yourself around an area where you're going to be doing work, which is why I suggest building a place of power to a lot of people. But before I suggest building a place of power, part 1, 2, and 3, and 4, I prefer you to go to global house cleansing, because what it does is it cleanses out the energy, the negative energy, negative spirits, or anything that's unwanted in that area that you're going to be doing the work in. And also too, you want to make sure that it's a clean area, both physical, mental, and spiritual. And what I mean by physical is making sure that there's nothing around that's going to be causing clutter, because for some people, well, when you're dealing with the psychic awareness and when you're dealing with just basically doing things that's going to be influencing the mind, a clean place is the best place, because when you have a dirty place, it kind of makes it a little bit more difficult. And what I mean by dirty, whereas you have a whole bunch of stuff here and a whole bunch of stuff there. It's okay to have the stuff there as long as it's in order and it's not going to cause a hindrance to you. So whatever your comfort zone may be in that area for the physical area, but the mental area, the mental energies, that needs to be cleansed, because there's always something there in thought forms that are there that people are not aware of that's just causing hindrance. So that's why I prefer you to go to my video, Global House Cleansing. It'll cleanse out all that negative energy, and it also cleanse it on the spiritual level too. And any kind of energy in that matter, it'll just cleanse it all out. And do this for 3 days. After the 3 days you've done it, then start building a place of power. Building a place of power will basically build your strong construction around your area where you're going to be doing work at, because you're going to be doing psychic work. So you want to make sure that you have those psychic barriers that's there, so that you can make sure that nothing comes in there that's going to hinder you or cause any misconceptions or misleading. You want to make sure that you stand in the light of truth. That's the second step to it. Now the third step is basically I'm going to be guiding you through each and every other step, because there's going to be more steps. But I prefer you to use the 2 videos that I recommended, because those areas, they're already made and they're specifically for those purposes and helping you getting started, so you don't have to worry about doing everything else, and it'll help you get through it much faster rather than just basically me constantly putting up things and stuff like that. where I'm already pretty much there and I have it ready for you guys for whenever you come and ask, and you can just pretty much go there and you can share with your friends and families as well, and it can actually help you. Now, learning how to use these keys so that you can understand more and basically build a stronger you and a better you, or whether it's just for the sake of just because you want to experience it for yourself, or for the sake of you want to actually do something better for this world. I can help in both areas because I do teach self-mastery. So and that's on the inside and outside. Sorry for the advertisement, but I have to get it out there. Back to the original concept. Well, when you're building on working on your third eye, one of the main things is you want to know exactly where it is and where us occultists basically consider it at, and it's at the front of the pituitary gland, which is right here underneath the frontal lobe in the physical part of the brain. Now, some people may not know that, but that gland right there is considered the third eye. And if you go back into like the yagas and going back into the Hindu time, they also consider that area right there as one of the, it's the third eye as well. Now, don't get that one confused with the pineal gland, which is underneath between the cerebral cortex and it's almost close to where the pituitary gland is, but it's, excuse me, it's not exactly there. So it's kind of like in between, in the middle, right here, directed in this area. So if you kind of like use your imagination and kind of visualize me actually opening up, and you can just see the little gland right there is in the shape of a pine cone, shaped up like that. That's the pineal gland, which is not the same thing as the pituitary gland. The pituitary gland is what actually helps stimulate psychic visions and help people to open up on their third eye. But a lot of people don't realize what that means. Okay, and what that means basically is you're able to see things that you're normally not able to see, which means clairvoyance is one of the main gifts that you would probably get from opening up your third eye, and that means clear seeing or clear vision. And you're going to be actually able to see like auras, or maybe you may be able to see spirits, or maybe you may be able to even see glimpse into the future or something like that, into your own personal self. It doesn't necessarily mean the future per se as in the whole world, because that's much bigger than the fact of just basically seeing little future glimpse of yourself, or if you go this way, something's bad going to happen. Although it's the same concept, but it's just on a bigger scale, you know what I mean? So that's how that works right there. And that's what clairvoyant means, being able to see clear or clear vision. And basically those one of the things that you develop when you're dealing with that kind of aspect. Also too, the mental aspect of it. You're able to see mentally. So in other words, your imagination becomes more heightened. It becomes more from an imagination into visualization. And building on visualization is one of the key things in helping developing your third eye, or your your pituitary gland, which is your third eye, or your sixth chakra, which also is the same thing. So those three alignments. So you have your sixth chakra, which is right here, which is the spiritual aspect of it, or the kundalini or spiritual aspect of it. And then you have your mind's eye, which is your imagination, your visualization, which is your mind, your mental self is able to see outside of its physical self. And then you have the physical self, which is this part actually helps with other chemicals within itself, which also helps the bones to grow and stuff like that. But it also, I believe it also holds the seat to also releasing serotonin as well, which is actually good for the body, because studies have showed that serotonin has actually been one of the major keys in people who are actually known to be more calm and relaxed and stress-free. And these are the people that actually practice meditation versus the people who don't practice meditation. They're offbeat, the serotonin level is extremely low, and they're a little bit more irritable. I forget which study I did that on, but if you look it up, the positive benefits of serotonin, you can actually find all that stuff out. And a lot of my information is based off of scientific proof, as well as my own personal experience that I can actually verify that, as well as basically studying. And this concludes part 1 of opening up the third eye and understanding it, so that you can get a better, clearer picture of what it means to have a third eye, or the third eye in general. So I will give more basic understanding in my next video, and I will have a little bit more hardcore evidence for you too as well, because I feel like this is something that you guys been wanting from me, so I feel like I'm gonna do it. Cosmic blessings, and don't forget, if you're also looking for like power readings or just power enhancements or anything in that matter, contact me at angelicwitch777@gmail.com. And this is also a paid product that I am actually advertising on myself, because I have my own business and this is what I do on the outside. I help people with this. So I do give free services to minors from the age of understanding to 17 or 18, depending on their situation, and adults and up I actually charge, but the prices is very affordable and you will not be disappointed. Cosmic blessings, and hope you have the rest of the great day, evening, or wherever you at, and have a good night's sleep. Ashe.